Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing following a Kristi, Raw Beauty Kristi tutorial. This look that she's doing, it's actually more of a simpler look. You guys will know if you've seen it already. But the reason I wanted to do it was just because, well, for one, if you follow me on Instagram, you've possibly seen already. By the time this video goes up, those stories will be gone, but I was just posting today in my stories and just chatting with you guys there, and gosh, I hope I don't start crying again, but I was talking about filming today and stuff like that, and I did what I'm gonna do now, started getting emotional. Just been feeling really defeated lately and uninspired, and need to compose myself because I don't want to start crying again. I was talking about filming today, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm not going to film, and then I kind of, after composing myself, was like, you know, I'm going to go ahead and film today. But I'm not in the mood, or wasn't really in the mood to like create some new look. I wasn't in the mood to like teach or anything like that today. I kind of just wanted to like do my makeup, but I still wanted to film something. Well, I remembered this video because I watched it a couple days ago. Maybe I'll do a I tried following so-and-so's tutorial with that, even though it is more simple, but still. Thing is, you guys know a lot of my tutorials are halo eyes, but I've never done a halo eye the way that Kristi does a halo eye, with the cut crease and using the concealer in that kind of way. So I thought it might be fun, for one, to try a new way of doing something I already do, and see if I can learn a new technique, and also it allows me to do something somewhat mindlessly, so I'm not having to create something or teach you something. I'm learning from somebody else, and you guys are seeing the process of that happening. Also, I really love Kristi's channel. Now, she does do a lot of cursing in her videos, so oftentimes when I watch her videos, I watch with headphones on or not around my kids. So if you're not familiar with her channel, then, you know, before you head over there, just I want to let you guys know that. But aside from that, I absolutely love Kristi and her channel. I love her looks, I love her videos, I love how raw and real she is, and just very down to earth, and I relate to her. Oh my god, am I getting emotional? Whew. I'm just emotional today. Oh my gosh. I relate to her a lot, and I really, I love her videos, I love her channel. So anyways, I just thought, you know what better thing to film today than, you know, trying to follow one of her tutorials. And I'm glad it's not something super complicated, at least I hope it won't be, because clearly I'm kind of a mess and I don't know if I'd be able to handle anything super complicated today. So also, she is super hilarious, I just have to say. So a lot of times if I am down or whatever, or even if I'm not, just any kind of mood, whenever I watch Kristi, she always makes me laugh and always cheers me up. So maybe I'll just feel a lot more cheered up. Also, I wanted to mention really quickly, if you're noticing my lips are bigger, I did not get any work done or get injections or anything. They're just swollen. I think I had a reaction to a lip balm I was wearing, and I woke up with them super swollen, so they look, I feel like I look so weird right now, but that's the deal with my lips. Additionally, again, sorry for this long intro, but if you do hear noises, yelling, fighting, stomping, anything, I mean, it is summer break. My kids are home. I have 3 kids, for those who don't know, and 2 of them are rough boys who don't know how to be quiet, so so there is that. But anyways, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. So she's using the Nubian palette, which I'm excited. I have this palette, obviously, and I have almost all the brushes and products she's using for this as well, so I'm pretty excited. So she's putting on concealer. I'm pretty sure it's the ColourPop one, like she always does, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Videos than normal. But I know that I'm gonna try to edit vlogs while I'm down here in LA, so you may have already seen one, you may be seeing one soon. So if you are, what up? Hope I'm having fun. Speaking to you, future Kristi, I hope you're having fun.
I hope you're having
a good
fun
time
too, Kristi.
I hope you're not stressed out. I hope you're eating good food. Future Kristi, I hope you're living your best life. I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to teach you guys how to do a cut crease for beginners. I know so many people have questions and they're like, how do I do a cut crease? Cut creases are not something that you always need to do. You don't always have to wear one, but I feel that when I do use a cut crease, I'm going to do one today like a halo eye style. I just feel like the look looks more put together. Even if it's kind of messy, it just sort of pulls everything together. Now, I do find that if you have hooded eyes, meaning when you open your eyes, you can't see your eyelid. I'll try to insert a picture right here of what a hooded eye looks like. My husband has very hooded eyes, so if I were to do a cut crease on him...
So she's got a lot of good info about hooded eyes and things like that. I'm going to fast forward that for this part of the video. So if you haven't seen her video, if you're not subscribed, definitely check out this video if you want to hear more information about like hooded eyes and her explanation of like halo eyes and cut creases and stuff like that, and her recommendations. Definitely check her out. Check out this video specifically, but I think she kind of talks and chats and kind of goes right into it, so I'm going to try to follow along with her the best I can, while also chatting with you guys, chatting with her kind of a thing. I don't know, we'll see if we can make this work.
And then I'm going to go in with the transition after. I've been liking to do that recently. This isn't going to be some revolutionary eye look, but so I take whatever color, I'm starting with that bottom one, and I'm going to run that through the crease. And I'm not overly cautious about this one being perfect. The thing about cut creases, when you are doing one, you don't have to be as precise with your eye look, because cutting out that portion really cleans everything up. And at first, the first time I saw somebody do one of these, I was like, what? You're covering up all your beautiful eyeshadow with concealer.
People say this to me all the time. People always ask, like, whenever you do a cut crease, or I don't do a ton of cut creases, but kind of like the look of a cut crease, or when I did my stamp crease tutorial or review, someone had asked, like, why are you covering up all, you know, you just put all that shadow down, what's the point of doing that and covering it up? But I think she kind of will go in and explain it, but what I was saying was, like, you want to make sure you get enough shadow there so that there's still shadow there when you put the cut crease down, because you wouldn't want to like barely put it where you think the cut crease might go, and then there's like some kind of gap there. Anyways, maybe Kristi will explain it better. And I think she was using the Smith 232, but it looks like, I think that's what she said, but it looks like it's smaller. She might be using the Smith 230. I don't remember if she said it, but I'm going to switch to the 230.
And while I understand it still looks incredible when you do it. And some people hate cut creases, to each his own. I know that people are getting really sick of them online, but for me, I get the question all the time of like, please teach me how you do that. And it's not hard, it just takes practice. When I first started doing them, it would take me forever. I'm not even kidding, probably like 20 to 30 minutes to cut a crease, and now it's probably under 5 minutes if I want to do like a really good job. By the way, this is the Smith 232 brush, and I find this is just a really great brush for blending out the crease to get that really soft focus look, and it gives you that really nice blended edge. The shape of this brush is truly perfect. I'm just gonna fluff that through my crease and get this color down. I do my eyes first. Some people do their eyes last. I find that with a look like this, I prefer to do my eyes first so that I am able to really be haphazard with my application. I don't like to sit and be so detail oriented. I want to be able to just throw the eyeshadow on and then perfect everything later, versus putting my foundation on and then being so cautious that I'm going to ruin my foundation with fallout, etc. So I tend to always do my eyes first. Alright, so you've got your crease color down.
Got my crease color down. Okay, see, I love this. It wasn't precise at all. There's nothing like spectacular about it, but yet I still feel like this looks, I love the way this looks. Okay, so she's going in with that Makeup Addiction Precise Blender. I don't have that, but I do have this one that looks very similar. I'm not quite sure, but just based on what it looks like in the video. This is the Morphe M562, so that's what I'm going to be using.
I think I probably got one. So
she didn't say what she's going into. Oh,
bottom shade here.
Yep, never mind. Okay, she's going into this one, so that's what I'm going to do.
I'm bringing that up into the crease because we're going to be doing like a halo eye crease where the center of our eye is cut out. I'm really focusing this above where the crease is going to be, because when you put down your concealer, all of this in the center is going away. So you want to bring it up a little higher, in my opinion, so that you can still see that color.
Okay, she placed it, but then she switched brushes.
Blender on this side, and the application's coming out very similar. So essentially, you could just use the one brush and then your crease cutting brush. This brush is good for like the ends of your eyes if you're trying to put shadow here. God, the shadow.
Okay, hold on, because
especially if it's like a halo eye style.
Okay, and she's kind of going in and out.
I like to fill in the inner and outer corners right here, and I'm going to fix that again later, but leave the center open. It does not need to look good in the center. And I just pat these shades on the outer portion because we're going to be cutting the crease and then blending that out into it, so it's like a soft gradient. And the reason that you do a cut crease, like for me, I feel like this makes my eyes look bigger. It makes your eyeballs look kind of bulbous, but like in a really good way. So that's what I'm going to do for my upper eyelid area.
Okay, so obviously she's kind of like sped up and cut, you know, some stuff out. So I'm gonna cut right here, do this eye because I'm being very slow with this, and then we'll get back to Kristi. Right, she's gonna be using this brush. I actually have this.
Doesn't have concealer on it. It's not very flat and stiff at all. It is a fluffier brush. So this is the Bodyography Pro Flat Shader Brush. This is really made for
I already know she's gonna use this concealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
But when you do squeeze this down, and I'll show you. So I'm going to put some concealer on the back of my hand.
Yay!
Pack this up with concealer. The reason I like this is because I find that I'm able to get a really nice circular cut crease with this. The more packed it is with concealer, the better. When I load it up with concealer, you can see that it starts to get really flat and really the right shape for cutting the crease, because when you have a brush that's rounded like this, and you're going to be creating a rounded crease, this shape is so helpful. So I take the concealer and I load it up on the back of my hand and load up both sides of the brush with it so that it stays nice and so flat. Actually. Make sure that it's really nice and saturated with concealer.
Trying Kristi.
And then what I do is I get up close and personal with my mirror, baby. I look in the mirror.
Where'd my mirror go? Okay, look in the mirror.
And I look straight forward. And I can see, I want my crease to start a little higher than my natural crease.
Okay, a little higher than my natural crease. Okay.
So that you can see it when my eye is open.
Oh my god, I'm so scared to do this actually. I'm never good with concealer.
And then I just create like a little half moon shape. Using the brush to your advantage, so you see you have that rounded tip. Don't hold the brush inward like this, hold it like this, so that you're able to utilize the shape of the round brush.
Mine is not coming out precise. I need more concealer, I think. Oh my god. This is not Kristi. How? How? I'm just gonna take it straight from the brush actually and see if I can really get it saturated, because mine is not saturating up. It's not getting to that fine point. I don't know how she did that. I don't think mine's saturated enough because it's not like, I'm not getting that precise line. But I'm gonna try. We'll get that half moon shape. I will do it. I will. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you could see, but it's starting to do that. Okay, I didn't have it saturated enough. She really said saturate it, so let's try this again. Okay. Oh my gosh, look how much better that is. Yeah, much better. Okay, Kristi.
Create that little shape there, and then I just draw one line right down
the middle. I feel you now. Alright, continue on. You're going to draw it
It's kind of scary the first couple times you do this because you feel like you're ruining what you just did.
I know. I literally feel like I'm ruining this. Okay. Is that right? Is that right?
And then what I do is I drew that line down, and then I kind of feather out the edges a little bit.
Feather out the edges? Oh my god, I'm messing it up.
And then I take my finger and I tap the edge. Just tap, 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 tap. And then that kind of, you see how it gradients the edge like that? Look. So it's like a natural gradient.
I love that word
Inside,
gradient.
I always like to be the absolute most pigmented. And that is one eye for me done. And then I'm going to show you in real time how quickly I can do the other. Just so you can see when I first started it was literally like 20 minutes per eye.
I feel like mine's a lot thicker than hers is, but okay. So she's going into real time. I'm going to try to do the same. I will probably not be as fast as she is though. gosh. So look straight ahead.
Am I the best at cut creases? No.
Kristi, you're the bomb at cut
I
creases.
think that they're fun. And I know that a lot of people are getting sick of seeing them, but also a lot of people are really interested in how to do them, so that's who this is for. Okay, so it doesn't look perfect, but it's not going to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush,
Kristi.
which is the...
Okay. I'm not done. She's done, but I'm not done. I wonder if people feel like this when they're doing my tutorials. Not that I feel like... I'm not like super amazing at makeup. I mean, some people might think that I am, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, there's so many people who are so much better than me at makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not like super amazing, but I like to play with color. I like to create fun looks. Sometimes I like creating just very simple looks. But I still wonder, like, is this what people feel like when they're doing one of my tutorials? And I'm like, oh, this is like nothing big deal. And other people were like, oh my god, it's so hard. Like, I don't know. Okay, does that look right, kind of? You'd think this wouldn't be super too intimidating? What am I saying? Intimidating, because I do tutorials all the time. I watch a lot of tutorials, not often, but I do watch tutorials too, and then I try to create looks using my own methods and things like that. And it's not like I'm super new at makeup, but still there's lots of techniques and things that I don't know that I'm still learning. I'm always still learning. I don't feel like you ever just stop learning. But I still get intimidated by different techniques and stuff, because I don't, you know, I do halo eyes and I do like kind of like the lazy cut crease in a way, but I don't really do it with like this with a brush and concealer. The one time I used concealer for a cut crease was when I was trying out the stamp crease. So this is just all, it's very new to me, but anyways, I think that's it. So
Same
now
one
she's
that we
going
used
back in
before,
with
the Makeup
that
Addiction Precise Blender,
tiny
and it still has
brush.
some of those shadows on it. And if you want to keep this completely matte, just go in with the same color that you used before. I generally go in with the lighter one with more pigment. If you go with the darker one, it'll just be more smoky. And then I just pat that over the edges, not too heavy, because you don't want to like cover up what you just did, but you just want the edges to really softly blend in together.
Softly blend in, yep, I totally feel that. And I like that it's lighter because it's almost giving more of a gradient too.
And I'm going to put a shimmer down in the center. I'm actually going to do that, but if you wanted to keep this matte, this is what you do.
I really love how this looks, actually. Like, seriously love it.
And then you would just toss a pair of lashes or mascara, whatever you want to do, and that's it. If you want to add liner, obviously you can, but I'm going to show you when I add shimmer. I'm going to go with this guy here, and I'm going to take that on the same exact brush. I wiped all the concealer off.
So she's going to use... Okay, so she's using this one right here.
You can use your finger as well, and fingers are generally better with shimmer, but, you know, your prerogative, your life. Live it however you wish.
I'm going to use the brush too, because I don't like using my fingers.
I pull it down the center first. And then I just pat out the edges gently.
I want to go this way instead of dragging it down though. I feel like it would look better this way. I feel like it's getting messy going this way, but I don't know.
You can also then go back in after this.
And blend some more.
Once you've got your shimmer in the lid. And then you can take that same brush with that same shade.
And blend some more, yeah, that's what I would normally do.
And tap over the shimmer on the outside so that you're really making sure to get that cut crease look, like that halo eye. I'm going to do the rest of my face real quick, and I will be back to show you guys the finished product.
She's going to do the rest of her face, and I'm going to finish this. We're going to do this together. Yeah. I think it's really cool that this video happened to pop up during this time, because I really like this palette. I think I only used it in a tutorial once here on my channel, but it's such a pretty palette. It is very, you know, neutral and kind of like those basic shades, nothing fancy, but it's so beautiful, and the quality is so good. And I keep thinking like, oh, I would like to use this more, and then I just don't. It's kind of hard to use palettes and products you love often when you're constantly getting, and I'm not complaining by any means, like it's first world problems, literally, not a terrible problem to have whatsoever, but at the same time it can be hard and a little bit overwhelming when you have so many products that you're always being sent. So I'm always feel like the need to try the newest things, and also if a company's sending me products, like I need to try those, use those, review those, and share those. So I'm always trying new things instead of going back to the old things that I have and love. So that's a little bit of an issue, not like the worst issue or problem to have, but that is something that I deal with and kind of I guess you could say struggle with, but you know what I mean. So I feel like does it look weird? Like, is it, I think it looks pretty, but I feel like it looks a little bit, I don't know, weird. I am still going to do a little bit of blending. Just to fix it up a little bit like she did. She kind of sped through that. But we're going to try to do this together. It looks almost these kind of halo eyes kind of remind me of like tornadoes, like it's a tornado on the lid. You know how it's wide at the top and then kind of narrows down to the little funnel? That's what these remind me of. They're tornado halo eyes. So I feel like I should narrow it a little bit so it's not so wide up here. I feel like it's such a wide cut crease up here, and I feel like, I don't know if that looks weird or not. I think that's what I'm feeling like looks weird, but I don't know. I think that's what she did. No, maybe I do have mine too wide. I have mine too wide for sure. Just gonna keep kind of dipping back in very lightly with those shadows. Just kind of keep going over it until I blend it until it looks a little bit more normal to me. And by normal, I just mean like what I'm used to, because what is normal? But I think it's always hard when you're trying something new and you always think like this looks so weird or it doesn't look right. It's just because we're not used to it. Okay, I think that looks better. Still looks a little bit, I feel like I look at myself in the viewfinder, I'm like, it looks weird. Did I do this right? Like this looks a little bit off-centered to that, but I like it. Okay, so I know she goes off camera, fixes her face, and she comes back and everything's done. And so we'll watch this and see what she does, and then I'll try to do that.
Right back, and this is the finished product. I mean, it's that simple. Alright guys, and this is what a halo eye cut crease looks like when it is done with lashes on and the rest of the face done. I really like it. I feel like it's flattering. I know everybody has a different opinion on it, to each his own, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope that this video was somewhat
Does she say what's on the lower lash line?
If you are wondering how to start
remember if she does or not.
If you suck in the beginning, we all suck in the beginning. Practice.
We do all suck in the beginning.
All it takes is just consistent practice and failure, and then trying to get better. And of course, you know, it's just like, it's eyeshadow, so it washes off. If you don't like the way that it looks, try it again.
I love this. I love her.
It's one of those things where it's going to be a trial and error thing for you. And also, don't forget to take into account your specific eye shape. Everybody has different eye shapes.
Eye shape
Everyone
matters.
has different
Not
lid
everybody can
space.
pull the same looks.
And what looks like something on me may not look like that on you. So keep that in mind as well when you are doing a cut crease or halo eye, etc. It's just a lot of practice, and I hope you guys like this video. I hope it was helpful for you. I know this was a really, really quick one,
Very helpful.
but
I liked
sometimes
it.
I want to come on here and give just tips of how to do makeup instead of sitting down and always do.
Anyways, I just want to, I don't think she says what's on the rest of her eyes, so I'm just going to kind of finish it out. But I love how she said that, you know, I don't know if I've said this ever before on my channel, but I know I think this often, like, it really is just takes practicing. I look back on some of my old looks when I first started doing beauty blogging, just on my vlog, not YouTube, and I remember I love makeup. I've always been super into makeup, and I remember doing some really creative, cool looks that I just thought like were so good, and I was so proud of myself. A lot of it was scary because it was out of my comfort zone, but I was always trying something new, and I'd always be so proud of myself and think this looks so good. But I look back on those looks and I'm like, it's like almost embarrassing. So if you feel ever discouraged, like you keep trying and your looks aren't that great in comparison to somebody else, try not to compare yourself, because you know, everybody's at different stages in their makeup progress, and be proud of yourself like I was. Like I look back and I feel like, man, I shouldn't have been proud of myself, but you know what, no, I was proud of myself because it was different for me. I was stepping out of my comfort zone. I was trying something new every day. I was just doing makeup every single day, and I was proud of every little step I took, even though I look back and I'm like, that was the worst makeup. It looked terrible. And even now, even I look back in a couple months from looks I've done just a couple of months ago where I'm like, I thought that look was amazing, and now I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, I've improved even so much since then, and that look is not that great. But you know what I mean? It's like we tend to get in this mindset of super judging ourselves and putting ourselves down, but we should really stop doing that. I need to stop doing that as well. But anyways, I don't know why I felt the need to go off on that tangent, but I'm gonna I guess just wrap this up. What I'm gonna do is just take a little brush. I'm gonna go into that darker shade that we use. I'm gonna run that on my lower lash line. I'll most likely go over it and blend it out with that small brush we were using with the lighter shade that we used, we start off with. And then I'll probably go in with the halo eye, and I'm gonna also bring that to my lower lash line as well. She didn't do that, but I'm just going to, just because I think that always looks so pretty. I don't know what it is about that when someone does that. It just looks so pretty. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm just going to kind of speed through it. So that's that darker shade, taking this smaller brush that we've been using with the lighter shade here. I'm just going to go and kind of blendy blend. Also, just to note, like I only put her, I'm probably just going to be putting her video up in chunks sections here. But if you haven't seen her video or you're not subscribed and you find her remotely interesting, I feel like this video was a lot more obviously quick and simple and a little bit more not like her normal videos. So she's a lot, not to say this video wasn't entertaining, it was to me because I like her, I love her personality, I find her just very entertaining to watch, but a lot of her other videos are even more entertaining than this. But also, I didn't put this in, but I would encourage you to go watch. She has bloopers at the end of this video, and they're so funny. She has this one where she's singing. She actually has such a beautiful voice, which is another thing we kind of have in common, or I have in common with her, is like I love to sing. And she has a beautiful voice. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. I love how smoky this is. She didn't really smoke hers out on the lower lash line, but I'm smoking mine out. Okay, now going back in with that same little shimmery shade, I'm just going to do this and see. That might be stupid, I don't know. I should have maybe just, no, I like that. I like it. Okay, I like it. Anyways, check out her bloopers is what I was trying to say in a very long-winded way. Just check out her videos and her channel in general. I'm sure you guys are familiar with her. It's not like she's unknown. She's super popular, but I'd be shocked if anybody discovers Kristi through me, because I'm a nobody in the grand scheme of things here on YouTube. But you know, you might discover her through me. All right, I like the way this looks. Okay, so I'm also just gonna do the rest of my face off camera. I'm gonna do lashes. I have them here. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do them for sure or not, but you guys know I'm gonna be using the Pure Cosmetics Bombshell lashes because they're my fave. And yeah, I will pop back in to show you the completed look. Alright, so here is the completed look. It looks a little bit different than hers because I did add that lower halo, but I love the way this turned out, and little sigh of relief. I'm so glad I decided to do this today because, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I was really feeling just, I don't even want to go into it because I don't want to start crying again, but just really defeated, really unsure. I wasn't in the mood to create or teach or do anything, but I still felt like I should film something, and I love how this look turned out. And also I was just thinking about it as I was putting on my lashes and the rest of my face. This look, I mean, aside from trying a new technique that I never do, which was a little bit hard, but for the most part easy after I kind of got it down. Anyways, this look is a really simple look. I mean, we literally used 3 shadows. It looks so pretty, and I just love that. I love how it wasn't anything super crazy, super outrageous, yet it looks so well put together, and I just on the outside looking more put together, I feel a little bit more put together, and I just feel so much better. I mean, not completely better than I was feeling, because I'm still fairly emotional and feel like I could start crying again at any moment, and I really don't quite know why, but I just do, but I do feel like so much better. So I I really like this look, and I hope you guys do too. And I just I doubt she would ever watch this or will ever see this, but if Kristi ever happened to see this video, I just want to say thank you so much, not just for this tutorial, but in being able to do this look, and I just feel so much better because of watching her video and doing this. But just, I love her channel, I love your channel, I am so inspired by you, and just thank you for being who you are. Anyways, I feel so strange saying all this, but I felt like getting off my chest. Anyways, and for those who were watching my video, who watch my channel and stuff like that, thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I don't know if you realize like what it means to me. It means a lot. So I am sorry, I'm not gonna get any more sappy because I really don't want to cry, so I'm not going to anymore. But I do just want to say thank you for being encouraging, being there, your comments, watching, you know, everything. It means more than you guys know. So to change the subject and hopefully make my tears go away, I just do really quickly want to mention what is on the rest of my face. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk today. I don't always do this when I just do an eye tutorial. Sometimes I will do a separate face tutorial, and sometimes I don't. But there are some times where like people watch my old videos of just an eye look or something, and they're like, oh my gosh, what blush were you wearing? What lipstick were you wearing? And I'm like, I have no idea, because I didn't write it down, didn't put it in the description box, and I didn't do a tutorial for it, so I literally do not remember what is on my face. So I just figured I'd share really quickly what's on the rest of my face. As you guys already know, I'm wearing the Bombshell lashes. For my bronzer contour today, I am using the Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores bronzer. I've already hit pan on it. That shows you, I mean, this is fairly new to me. That just shows you how ham I go on my bronzer. I like go crazy with bronzer. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. I love it. For my blush, I'm using the Balms Hot Mama blush because I've hit pan on that and I've had it for a long time. I'm trying to kind of use it up. I really love that blush though. For my highlight today, I am using the Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive. And then on my lips today, I decided to go for a gloss because they are kind of swollen and they're feeling a little bit dry and weird. So I just wanted a really nice gloss. So I'm wearing the Urban Decay's Hi-Fi Shine lip gloss in the shade Back Talk. And that's it. That's what I got on my face today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know a lot of this specific type of video are people who do it, they're a lot more funny or entertaining. And this one was a little bit different. I would have hoped that if I were going to do a video like this, it would have been more funny and entertaining. I didn't anticipate it being so emotional and strange today, but it just is what it is, and I'm happy that I did this video and created this look and followed Kristi's tutorial and shared that experience with you guys. So I do hope that even if this wasn't like funny entertaining, that you still found it entertaining and helpful, and you enjoyed watching. So with all that being said, I'm going to quit rambling now. I just want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes.